Ladies and gentlemen, this is the NXT North American Champion, Adam Cole, baby, and you're listening to the Morgan Richards interviews.
Here, Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff, backstage here at Download Festival 2018. I'm joined now by none other than the self-proclaimed best damn professional wrestler on the planet, the NXT North American Champion, Adam Cole.
Baby. How's it going, man?
Hey, man, you good?
Yeah, I'm doing great. We're at day 3 here at Download Fest. This entire experience has been awesome. I'm having a ball, man. I don't want it to be over.
Yeah, because I actually understand that you're popping your music festival cherry for the first time.
Yeah, first time ever. So again, I was kind of saying earlier too. I don't know if you heard this, but I love music, but I'm normally not a person who likes to go in a big crowded area and watch music. But this being so open. And you have tons of space to walk around. And again, Guns N' Roses was playing yesterday. So it's been sweet. It's been awesome.
Oh, cool. So Adam, of course, you've really made an impact and shocked the system since joining NXT over the last few months. Really with the crowd just going over the top for you every time you even just say your name. I'm sure it just must be an incredible feeling coming into the company and seeing that reaction just straight off the bat.
Yeah, it's so cool because I knew that I had a very solid, supportive fan base based on all the work I did on the independents and in Japan and things of that nature. But it's still a scary process to come into a new company the size of NXT, obviously the size of WWE, and you just kind of hope that there are people who recognize you, who support you, who care about you. So getting to come out in Brooklyn and having the fans respond the way they did was surreal. It was awesome.
Yeah, of course. And with that, you, Kyle O'Reilly, and
Bobby Fish. Yep.
Sorry, Bobby Fish have really become the Undisputed Era and taken over NXT as a whole. You have this really storied history with the two of them in the past and other promotions.
Oh, yeah.
But was it just great trying to really get the three of you together and being able to create a stable like this?
Yeah. So in our minds, when we all got hired, we never really envisioned that we were all going to be put together as a unit. But when we were told that was the game plan, we were stoked. Because like you said, I've known Kyle O'Reilly since 2009, and I'm a very close personal friend with Kyle and with Bobby. I was in Kyle O'Reilly's wedding. Again, I've been wrestling against this guy and with this guy pretty much since the beginning. I've pretty much been married to Kyle O'Reilly. And Bobby Fish along the way, too. We were all guys that traveled together a lot, worked together a lot. So to think it's all culminated here in NXT with us finally being a unit and a team and kind of taking this place over together, it has been sweet. It's been awesome.
And away from WWE, especially on the independent scene, you were involved with many various kind of teams, from the Kingdom to Bullet Club and everything else in between. With the Undisputed Era, there seems to be a little bit of influences from everything you've done before, with a little bit more of NWO style and your own personal influences.
Yeah.
When getting everything together, were those just those things that came to your mind and trying to take the best out of what you've done previously?
Yeah, I think kind of, and I think almost that's the constant process with wrestling as a whole, is there were things I did in 2010 that I didn't do anymore in 2015, and there were new things that I've added. Like it's so important to constantly evolve and constantly change who you are and make different things about you more special. So I think an example is taking little parts of things from the Kingdom or little parts of things from Bullet Club and putting them into the Undisputed Era and just kind of seeing where Adam Cole has changed. Like Kyle O'Reilly has evolved so much, Bobby Fish has evolved so much, but there are definitely things that we see, other factions that we haven't been involved in and factions that I've been involved in, and kind of picked certain things that we like and said, how can we make this our own? But more following concepts.
Course. Yeah. And with that, you're the first ever NXT North American champion with so many various titles in the WWE family, and this being the first time we've seen anyone hold this title. What do you really want this to become? Is there any visions that you really want to be known for as the first North American champion?
Yeah, for me, and I'm serious when I say this, I want the NXT North American Championship to be the most important title in NXT. I know the NXT Championship has been for a very long time, and for good reason, the top championship in NXT, but I want this one to be more special. I want more epic matches, more people fighting over it, more story. the best pro wrestling on an NXT show. I want the North American Championship to be involved in it. So I take a lot of pride. It's a very, very serious thing to be the first ever of anything in WWE. So for me to be the first ever NXT North American champion, I realize how special that is, and I want to take every advantage I can to, again, just make sure this championship gets the respect it deserves.
Yeah, of course. And we mentioned coming into NXT, a lot of people who have made their name on the independent circuit over the last couple of years were really told to really forget what they've done and what they've become on that circuit and start fresh from WWE. But over the last year, it seems like those stars have been given the thing to go straight off the bat and be themselves. Was that just a refreshing thing? And how much of a difference was it going into the Performance Center and learning new things each day?
Yeah, so that was huge, I think. I think guys from the independents, because when you're able to build a brand on your own, that's clearly proof that something is working. And I think a big reason it's changed is because the internet is so massive now. Like, you can follow a guy and never have seen him wrestle at all, but you can watch him and support him that way. So for NXT to be able to bring these guys in and let them be themselves, I think it's been great, and I think it's been very important. As far as the Performance Center goes, there hasn't really been too much that I've changed. There's been quite a bit that I've learned. You have a lot of great coaches who walk around and teach as best as they can. That facility is incredible. The stuff you can watch, the tape you can study, the gym that they have, the place is awesome. But again, having guys like Shawn Michaels and Terry Taylor and Steve Corino walk around this Performance Center and being able to talk to them about anything is a wrestler's dream, for sure.
And of course, you've had a little hint of the main roster already making a debut in the Royal Rumble back in Philadelphia. Everyone really loves their time in NXT, but was being able to do that, see what it was like and go back, a great thing?
It was great. Yeah, absolutely. It reminds me of how well things are going in NXT and how much more I want to accomplish here, but also how excited I am when I eventually do take that step to Raw or SmackDown. It made me throw. The entire experience was totally positive. But again, I was proud of NXT in that moment too, because there were quite a few NXT debuts in the Royal Rumble. So to be one of them, again, was really cool. And it was proof to me that these fans, these WWE fans, really, really support NXT.
And with NXT, you've already faced a load of the top stars across different various matches. But is there anyone else you're looking at the moment and thinking you'd love to really get into a storyline with them?
One guy who I've barely had any interaction with, but would love the chance to wrestle is Velveteen Dream. I mean, the guy has had incredible match after incredible match. His personality speaks for itself. He's very, very young, very, very talented. So Velveteen Dream is probably at the top of my list. If he wants a shot, you can feel free.
Fantastic. Well, that's about it. Cheers, Adam. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Cheers.